Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Steve here. It's Friday, May 15th, coming to you from my study here at home. It's been a while since I've checked in with you all, so I just first want to say, at least in this way, so first I want to say that I hope you're all healthy, safe, that you're doing well during this ongoing challenging time. Second, I also wanted to thank those of you who reached out to me after we did our joint service with the cathedral in Dunkeld. A number of you expressed your appreciation for that service, and we did invest a fair bit of time in that. So I really appreciated hearing from you, and more to the point, I'm very glad it was a meaningful service for you. So thank you to those of you who reached out, and I'm glad you all appreciated it. Some of you have asked if we could do that again, and the answer is yes, we almost certainly will. Maybe a few weeks before we do that, or perhaps even a little bit longer. There is interest on the Dunkeld side as well in doing something in a shared service or some shared opportunity like that together to build and deepen this connection and relationship between our two congregations. But that honestly might be a couple weeks, few weeks, couple months, perhaps even in the making. In the shorter term, Robin has suggested that maybe we reach out to closer to home here to an African American congregation to see if we might do a joint service or have some joint experience together with a local African American congregation. I think that's a fantastic idea. It could be especially meaningful in the light of the recent shootings of not one but two unarmed and innocent African Americans. Another regrettable shooting. So that could be a meaningful experience. And we will certainly keep you posted on that front. In the meantime, speaking of worship, there are two things for me that and I'm sure there are that you have your own version of this, but there are two things for me that are difficult about not being able to gather together for worship in person. The first is not being able to see you all. It's just really hard not to be able to see you all and to connect with you personally. I really, really miss that. And one is not being able to hear you. And what I mean by that specifically is that I really miss shared singing, corporate singing, and the chance to hear you sing and to sing with you. I just really miss that. It's singing. Congregational singing is such an important part of worship, so essential to the worship experience in so many ways, and I honestly miss it desperately. I'd actually been feeling a little discouraged about that when an email popped into my inbox that caught my attention. It was from Luther Seminary, and the subject line was, "Where is faithful innovation happening?" The seminary was surveying congregations about the creative and innovative ways they have responded to the COVID-19 crisis, creative and innovative ways they've found to deliver their ministries, including the worship service and the worship experience. Which brings me to the main point I wanted to mention this morning. Governor Cooper, as you probably already know, Governor Cooper has recently released a multi-phase plan for opening up the state, gradually opening up the state, parks, public spaces, some businesses under certain limited conditions. Part of that plan does provide for the resumption of in-person worship. So to help us prepare for that possibility, we sent out a survey yesterday of our own to gauge your interest in the possibility of resuming in-person worship, and to ask you about the conditions under which you would feel safe doing that. So we hope you'll take a moment to complete that survey. If it hasn't popped into your inbox, let me know and I'll try to make sure you get a copy. But in the end, we don't know what any of that is going to look like. We don't know when or where or how we might worship together in person. What I do know is that our approach is it's going to be faithful. We're going to prioritize safety, everyone's safety, and we're going to continue to prioritize providing a meaningful worship experience. Whatever else we do, we're going to continue providing an online worship service. Those seem to have met a need, and we're going to continue to do that. But in the end, whatever we do, worship is not going to be the same. It's just not, and it's likely not going to be the same for a good while, perhaps it's perhaps not going to ever be the same again. We may have to change some of the things we do. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. But I can assure you, we're going to continue to explore innovative solutions for these challenges, for how to worship together, for how to sing together, for how to enjoy fellowship together. So that's it for today. I would invite you to please keep me in your prayers and the other staff members, Grace and Donna and Joel, as we think through these things, how to meet these challenges. And I promise that I will continue, of course, to keep you in my prayers. So that's it for today. Please stay safe, friends. Love you all. Peace.